Al, why don't we show the people why these fish are in this particular spot right here.
Now, so see this area here? This is gravel. See this area, gravel, a little bit bigger rock. You see this on the side imaging. Now these areas will be overgrown with weeds in summer. Weed beds will come over this. But that gravelly stuff, like you're seeing in here, that's what you're making that contact on right now. This broken, gravelly little stuff like that. That's what those fish are using right now. This gravel, you see a few bigger rocks out here that looks like a barrel or something off to the side. But this is what he's dragging that jig through.
And you got bait in there and you got your water temperature.
And then weeds will be over that soon. It's not big rock, it's gravelly fish side, and it'll be covered with weeds later. That's what those fish are in.
Let's take a peek into Al's jig box. Ta-da! You thought it would be something special, didn't you? Well, when you're fishing in the spring like this, there's one bait that'll get it done, and that's the jig. Today, we're using the VMC Hot Skirt jig. That's always a go-to. And the VMC Moon Eye jig. And the size of the jig you want to be using or focusing on is a 1/16 ounce, an 1/8 ounce, and a 1/4 ounce, and you'll be covered.
You know, this time of the year, on these big lakes, you get in areas like we're in now, a lot of times you're not fishing, 2, 3, or 4 fish. There's hundreds of fish, and in some cases, I know in some cases there's thousands. In the schools, they move that big. And that's how many fish can be in these big water lakes. And the best walleye lakes in North America consistently are really, really big lakes. The bigger the lake, the better for big schools of big walleyes. That holds true anywhere. But just imagine, as you can look in an area, just imagine with your mind, 250 fish right around you, or maybe 1,000. In some of these lakes where you can see, as far as you can see, there's boats down a section of bank, and all you see is nets going into the water. And that's what you can expect on some of these big lakes in spring of the year. Other big bodies of water have rivers. Sometimes they'll migrate up into the river systems, like off of the Great Lakes or some of the other big lakes, like Lake of the Woods and the Rainy River. That's a traditional thing. Lots of guys get in there in bumper boats. When you get out on these big lakes like this, there's so many big schools of fish. The potential is amazing. They have a phenomenal day on the water.
Oh yeah. There, it's starting to thunk. You can feel those shoulders on them, Al. Oh, this is another better one, man. This is a good one. Now, we may want to talon down here. Oh, another log.
Oh, okay. I like it. I'm liking it. I'm liking it,
We're gonna test your net skills. They've been
liking that hot skirts pretty good,
yeah.
Haven't they? The great walleye bait. They're probably one of the best walleye jigs.
Look at that. Boy, they're all big, beautiful fish, man. Let's take a peek at this dude. Oh, man. Look at that, Al. Another beautiful walleye, man. Let's get him unhooked. Get him back in the water.